Live from the Channels Television Global Headquarters here in Lagos, Nigeria, you're watching Newsroom series. I'm Dominic Iwiwa, and today our focus will be on the North Central Zone. Rising insecurity and the need for an innovative security initiative to tackle the menace forms the core of the discussions as members of the Nigeria Governors Forum meet in Abuja. The agenda on security comes on the heels of recent killings and resurgence of terrorist attacks by Boko Haram insurgents and other armed groups across some states in the country. The meeting, which received a brief from the Chief of Defense Staff, considers the deployment of advanced technology and infrastructure to improve surveillance.
It's the regular meeting of the Nigeria Governors Forum to discuss some national issues. And top on the agenda for the day is the issue of security. As members arrive at the venue of the meeting, the Chief of Defense Staff also arrives on the invitation of the governors for a security brief. The meeting, which was well attended by members, held behind closed doors for over 4 hours, after which the governor of Imo State briefs journalists.
The forum received a presentation from the Chief of Defense Staff on an innovative security initiative aimed at strengthening national and sub-national capacity for early threat detection and coordinated response. The project envisions the phased deployment of advanced technology and infrastructure to improve surveillance, crisis management, and public safety. Governors expressed support for the initiative's objective and underscored the importance of technology-driven solutions in addressing evolving security challenges at the state level.
Benue, Plateau, and Borno are among the states that have recently witnessed brutal killings of citizens. And the governor of Kaduna State is seeking an end to what he describes as the blame game.
In my last interview, I made it clear that we are not having enough boots on ground. So no matter how we try to address the issue, we have to look at other aspects, particularly looking at non-kinetic approach. Because when you look at the security agencies in Nigeria, look at the military. Like I said, we have less than 300,000 military personnel in Nigeria. You look at the entire police personnel in Nigeria, there are less than 400,000. We're a country of about 230 million. So there are a lot of ungoverned spaces in Nigeria. You can, whether in the north, in the south, or everywhere. So we have to look at other areas of addressing the issue of insecurity. That is the reason why I believe we have to work all of us together. We don't need to blame each other. We have responsibility. We are leaders. We must address the problem.
Insecurity is a major challenge across the country, and many residents hope that the governors who are the chief security officers of their states will be alive to their responsibilities to protect lives and properties.
Now to another gathering in Abuja, the nation's capital, that has a high concentration of governors is the National Economic Council. Some of the governors in attendance include the sole administrator of Rivers State, retired Vice Admiral Ibokete Ibas, who is attending for the first time since his appointment by President Bola Tinubu. Governor Sheriff Obore of Delta State is also attending a day after defecting to the All Progressives Congress and said the opening prayers on the directive of Vice President Kashim Shettima. Before commencing today's proceedings, members of the council held a minute silence for victims of attacks in Plateau, Benue, and Kwara states, amongst others. Recent acts of violence in some communities of Bokos and Basa local government areas of Plateau State have been described as a direct assault on shared humanity, the rule of law, and the fundamental right to life as enshrined in the Constitution. The groups observed that several arrests were made each time there was an attack, and the perpetrators have never been prosecuted to deter their action. As a departure from the past incidents, they are demanding the immediate prosecution of the suspects and a review of the state's security architecture.
Since the attacks in Hurti, Mayanga, Dares Manda, Manguna, Josso and Ganda in Dafo district of Bokos local government area and Zike Kimakwa in Basa local government area, where over 100 people were killed, residents of these communities remain in mourning and living in fear. Some groups in Plateau State are calling on government at all levels to look into the immediate and remote causes of these attacks and find permanent solutions to them. At a press briefing in Jos, the state capital, members of the 4 branches of the Nigeria Bar Association in the state condemned the attacks, calling on security agents to rise above rhetoric and deliver swift justice.
This is not a communal clash, as stated by some individuals in society, but an intentional attack to wipe out helpless citizens sleeping in their homes in the night by wicked men who have no regard for human lives. We cannot continue to be silent in the face of this barbaric and evil act of killing innocent citizens and taking over their ancestral lands, making them strangers in their own home. We on this note make the following demand. 1, the immediate identification, arrest, and prosecution of the perpetrators of these wicked acts. That all perpetrators who are arrested be prosecuted in the state and not to be taken to Abuja, where we do not hear anything about them, indicating that they have been released.
Another group, the Plateau Civil Society Forum, is calling on security agencies to redouble their efforts in ensuring safety of lives and property and for citizens' cooperation as well.
The Plateau State CSO Forum condemns the Bokos' recent killings in its entirety. It is a setback to all the peace-building efforts by government and partners in the state. Secondly, there is the urgent need for proactiveness on the part of security agencies, both conventional and unconventional alike, to curb the killings and destruction in Plateau communities.
For his part, former Plateau State military administrator and retired Rear Admiral Samuel Atukum believes that a census of those in occupation of communities taken over by the attackers is necessary at this time.
All these things are directed towards land grabbing. I've said it in some fora. I said, look, what is the difficulty in identifying these lands where these killings have been going on, documented, followed up through a period to find out who are these people. Now, once you are seen later to have occupied that land, then you are an accomplice.
While contributions from the federal, state governments and individuals have been timely to help provide succor to traumatized residents of communities that have suffered from violent attacks, what they need more than temporary relief is adequate and permanent security in the affected areas to help them resettle in their ancestral homeland and return to their livelihood.
After 14 years of sustained attacks on the people of Kwande Ushongo Federal Constituency, the lawmaker representing the area at the House of Representatives, Mr. Tessa Ubo, has called for communities to pursue self-defense. They are annihilated. The lawmaker made the call during the handing over and commissioning of a police station in Jato Aka Kwande local government area to serve as a forward operations base for security forces, and he asked the federal government to adequately equip law enforcement agents to combat rising insecurity. The Commissioner of Police in Benue State, Mr. Steve Yabanet, who is represented at the ceremony by the Adipo Divisional Police Officer Bamfa Nanzing, pledged to put the facility to adequate use as it will help in logistics to deal with crimes.
Residents of Turan and Ikurav Council wards in Benue State, which shares boundaries with Taraba State from Shanshengi and the Cameroon Mountains, now live off their land outside their homes. Having been living outside their homes for 14 years as internally displaced persons, many have been taking refuge in Jatoaka, where an attack led to the death of 16 people 2 months ago. The security situation prompted the construction of this forward operations base for the Nigerian police by the lawmaker representing Kwande Ushongo Federal Constituency.
I believe that the Nigerian government needs to fund the Nigerian security services, needs to fund the Nigerian police to protect our communities. The Nigerian government must recruit twice the number of men and officers in the Nigerian security services to provide adequate security and protection for our communities. And this is what I believe that the current President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is doing. I believe that the President is committed to the security and welfare of all Nigerians, and I know that in no distant time, we will find more peace and security in our communities, especially in my constituency of Kwande Ushongo, where we've had a series of unending attacks and unending violence on our people for the past 14 years now.
Security, as you know, is not one-man business. So I want to plead with you people to give every maximum cooperation to the security men here. This is border patrol. When we come the divination border, we know what it means. We know all the checking of the inflow and the outflow of whatever that will be going on here. So I want to believe with your maximum cooperation, they will work effectively and there will be no any disappointment from this.
Traditional ruler of Turan and Ikura commends the gesture which he believes will help curb attacks on communities.
We suffered for some years, these 14 years, that we were suffering for killing of people. That's how we asked him to come and put hands together with us so that this thing will be reduced. Our people should go back and go and work where they stay.
This project was commissioned by a representative of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Mr. George Akume.
He prayed that the good Lord will lead these chiefs to use this facility in peace and in the blessing of the good Lord.
Now, there is this council. Gone are the days when the council was not. There was no place which the community will be gathering to think of their problems. Now, with the council hall, we have got a permanent place that is ours, that we will be putting our heads together. Now we have a center place where we can meet on daily or monthly basis.
The benefiting communities say this brings a glimmer of hope that normalcy will return to Kwande Oshongo enough to allow fleeing residents return to their homes.
Meanwhile, the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Kaide Ogbetokun, has charged officers and men of the Nigerian police force to uphold the highest standards of professionalism and integrity in the discharge of their statutory responsibilities of providing adequate security of life and property to the citizens. Mr. Ogbetokun, who was represented by the Commissioner of Police in Kogi State, Mila Dantawaye, stated this while commissioning a divisional police station at the Imane in Olamoboro local government area of the state. He enjoined officers deployed to the new police station to be diligent, fair and compassionate in the discharge of their duties.
Organizations and individuals have been answering the clarion call to join hands with the government to help create a sense of safety for communities. This is the case in Kogi State, where an indigene of Imani in Olamoboro local government area, Ali Ibrahim, has built the first divisional police station after obtaining permission from the Inspector General of Police.
To this we do by the grace of Almighty God.
The commissioning of the Imani station comes at a time the community is passing through security challenges owing to borders shared with neighboring north-central state Benue, which has witnessed increased attacks in recent weeks.
We are the border with the Benue state and frequently faced with tribal irredentities among our Idoma neighbor, infiltrating our ancestral land from Amoke and Umona. We have complained to the DSS and Boundary Commission to no avail. We witness a situation when gunmen infiltrate into our community and kill 2 or 3 youth, and up till now, nothing is heard about them. We have had spots of armed robbery attacks and incidents of kidnapping, as well as other cases of violent crime. If you think insecurity is not a threat to this country, go and ask of the price of food community, which we can no longer afford because people can no longer go to farm.
To the people of the Imani community, I am proud to have been part of this journey, and I hope this facility will serve as a beacon of hope and security for generations to come. As we commission this headquarters today, we are not just opening doors to a building, we are opening avenue for enhanced security, improved response time, and strengthening relationship between our community and the police. Let us work together to ensure this facility fulfill its purpose and serve as a symbol of our collective resolve to build a safer and more prosperous society.
A representative of the Inspector General of Police reminds police officers that their role is not only to enforce the law, but to protect and serve the people.
Police is the public, and public is police. In essence, he talks about community policing, which is basically what the Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Adeolu Egbetokun, PADMPM, preaches about on a daily basis. It is therefore on that note that I charge you to jointly police your community alongside the men deployed to officially carry out that role.
The state government also appeals to people to be united and support security agencies.
Let us support our law enforcement agencies in their effort to maintain peace and order. And let us stand united against all forms of criminal activities that threaten the peace of our dear state.
This commissioning signifies the formal commencement of operations at the Imani Divisional Police Station in Kogi State.
Governor Umar Bago of Niger State is promising to chart a new course for the state by harnessing the intellectual and professional capacity of citizens of the state. The governor made the remark at the inauguration of the Niger State Development Forum Board in Abuja. He charged the board members to put the interest of the state first and come up with a clear roadmap to move the state forward.
Governor Umar Bago is leading other stakeholders to the inauguration of the board of the Niger State Development Forum.
And also the Chairman Governing Council, Federal College of Education, Technical Gusau.
The board, chaired by the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mr. Mohammed Idris, and co-chaired by the Minister of State for Agriculture, Aliyu Abdullahi, and the host of other intellectuals from Niger State, has the task of providing timely data-driven recommendations to the governor.
Immediate past and the pioneer chairman of this forum.
Governor Bago, in his remarks, charged the board members to bring their expertise to bear by championing the interest of the state.
I urge you, Mr. Chairman, that yes, we are apolitical, but also have to play politics within this forum. The politics is to understand the needs and the yearnings of Nigerians in the federal civil service, most especially, so that we can work to see them get good placings and placements respectively. I want to call on all of us that the only way unions and associations across the world have lasted is because they have decided to create thrifts, not levies.
Security.
The chairman and co-chairman then commit to steer the affairs of the forum to enhance development in Niger State.
The work before us is great, but so is our resolve. We will win by God's grace. With unity, with clarity of purpose, and the blessing of the Almighty Allah, we shall move together with you, queuing behind you, Your Excellency, move our dear state forward.
There is no better time for this forum to fly than now. And with the caliber of sons and daughters of Niger State that are here, and even those who are not here, my conviction is that a new Niger is truly, truly, truly possible.
The co-chairman of this our forum.
The board is then inaugurated with a mandate to advance the development of Niger State.
Thank you, Excellency.
The governor of Kwara State, Governor Abdurrahman Abdulrazak, has expressed satisfaction with the pace and quality of work on some major infrastructure projects in the state. The governor made these remarks during an inspection tour of the Kwara Hotel, the Remi Tinubu Hospital, and the Share Butter plant in Kayama local government area. The governor is confident that the remodeled Kwara Hotel and shea butter plants will improve the economic fortunes of the state when completed.
Accompanied by some government officials, the Kwara State Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak inspects the ongoing remodeled Kwara Hotel, which is nearing completion. He says the hotel will change the face of the hospitality industry when completed, as the building will be converted into a 5-star hotel.
Quality of work is very good. We're glad we also brought in a grade A company to do this work. It's expensive, but all good things are expensive. So we're happy with the level of work and the quality.
At Kayama local government, the governor also inspected the shea butter plant under construction. He believes it will enhance the economic conditions of the state through export of products.
It's a process that we believe will be a win-win. Shea basically is a foreign exchange earner, and as you know, it is used for cosmetics and food industry. For example, when the cocoa prices shoot high, shea is a substitute for cocoa in manufacturing of chocolates and all that. So we intend to acquire up in that value chain. That's why we decided to invest in this industry.
The governor also visited the Justice Seidu Kawu Courthouse and the Senator Oluremi Tinubu Hospital, both of which are also multi-story facilities.
The governor of Nasarawa State, Abdullahi Sule, has unveiled the 5-year strategic action plan of the State University, Kefi. The unveiling was done at the institution in Kefi during its 4th stakeholders meeting, as well as first anniversary of the first female indigenous vice-chancellor, Professor Saadatu Hassan Lima. During his remarks, the governor assured the management of financial support to enable the institution meet its obligation. Our correspondent Halima Gayam has this report.
This is the 4th stakeholders meeting of the Nasarawa State University, Kefi, and 1st anniversary of the first indigenous female vice-chancellor, Professor Saadatu Liman. This meeting was convened to assess the last 365 days and to discuss future development efforts under its new leadership.
These occasions allow us to acknowledge achievements and milestones, identify areas for improvement, and reaffirm our commitment to the university's vision, mission. To achieve this, we must continue to support and contribute to the university's growth and development.
Professor Liman delivers the State of the University address, enumerating her efforts in the past 1 year to sustain gains and surmount challenges.
Let us work towards an INSUC where every student finds purpose and possibility, where every academic is empowered to create and innovate, where every stakeholder feels a sense of pride, and where our collective legacy is one of the lasting excellence. Let us continue this journey together as custodians of a vision much greater than ourselves.
Governor Abdullahi Sule, who is also the visitor of the institution, commends the university's academic and infrastructural development, as well as students and staff welfare, as he gives assurances of more support.
Just finished signing the document this weekend for the new salaries and everything for the House of Assembly, as well as the other institutions that we had, the tertiary institutions in the state. And all of them also will come up with over 100 million additional to our payments. So all this we are not doing with any borrowed funds. We are doing it 100% with the improved IGR and the improved revenue that is coming from the federal government.
In 2024, the Nasarawa State University, Kefi, ranked 8th and 2nd best state university in Nigeria and 36th in sub-Saharan Africa by the Times Higher Education, one of the fates that earned the new vice-chancellor a vote of confidence.
With the support of all the ranges of stakeholders, and certainly with the support and the encouragement of the visitor and His Excellency the Governor, we will find that, God willing, in 5 years, the Vice Chancellor will do much, much more than what has been indicated.
Governor Abdullahi Sule then led dignitaries to unveil the 5-year strategic action plan of the university. Halima Agayam, Channels Television News.
And that's where we draw the curtains on this edition of Newsroom series. I'm Dominic Iwiwu. Do have a profitable day.